Welcome back to What She Said Sports. It is draft day. In fact, it is 3 hours until the 2025 NFL draft. But guess what I'm here to talk about? I have a question for y'all. Is anybody else confused as to why the NFL sports media or sports media in general is unjustly targeting Shedeur Sanders, trying to berate him, trying to disparage him, creating false narratives? Some people say this is what goes with it. Well, I think we all see that this is not the case. People talk about how Jackson Dart got on the podium at the combine and wore his hat backwards and it was just crickets. But when Shedeur did it, that's all they could talk about. They insist, the media, sports media, insist that Shedeur is not that great of a player, but that's the only player they can talk about. He's not the number one quarterback in the draft, but that's the only player you can talk about. And trying to create false narratives when we've been watching this young man play, most of us, since Trinity High School. When the world tuned in the HBCUs, when Coach Prime went there with Shedeur Sanders as his QB, and they put JSU on its back, and then went to Colorado and did it again, despite being sabotaged year one. Even if you didn't think it was sabotage, they still overcame it. The young man only threw for 4 interceptions after being sacked 52 times. And all you could hear announcers say, well, he's definitely durable. Most QBs probably would have been sidelined for the rest of the season. Or after the UCLA game, when they tried to sack him unmercilessly. The announcer said it again. Well, he's definitely durable. So I don't think we're talking about Shedeur Sanders' skill set. I think that is proven. What seems to be happening is when Shedeur makes a decision that the media doesn't like, they go in on him and try to berate him. So today, they're in their petty little feelings. The sports media is in their petty little feelings, saying things like, well, it's good that Shedeur Sanders did not come to Green Bay. Why? So y'all can pounce on him? It's good he didn't come to Green Bay because now it looks like he's going to go in the second round. Cool. Then he will be in good company with the likes of Tom Brady. Hell, Lamar Jackson was drafted 1 pick away from the second round. Jalen Hurts was number 53 in the second round, and he just won the Super Bowl. So threatening Shedeur with a good time is futile. Some people say, is this about the ratings? If Shedeur goes in the second round, we'll watch day one and day two. Because day one is the first round. I don't think this is what you have to do to get ratings. It seems like this is about control. There's a term called buck breaking. It came out of slavery when one slave will be put in front of the others and humiliated and whipped and beaten to try to break him so he wouldn't have any independent thinking, any independent thoughts. He would do as he's told. And that's what seems to be happening here. They're putting Shedeur in front of the other black NFL players and prospects to say, if you make your own decisions other than what we want you to do, this is what we're going to do to you. That's why there was no word about Jackson Dart's hat turned to the back. It's okay for Jackson Dart to wear his hat to the back, but Shedeur can't. Now, my question is for the NFL. Why would the NFL allow sports media that it gives access to the players? Why would it allow sports media to try to break the confidence of a quarterback? Something you need to be a quarterback, a leader. A quarterback is the face of the team. But the NFL is standing by silently, allowing this to happen, knowing that when the season starts, what's the mandate in NFL? Players are mandatorily provided. They have to provide interviews. They have to provide interviews whether they want to or not. What did Marshawn Lynch tell us? I'm just here so I don't get fined. So we might as well all start passing the collection plate for Shedeur Sanders to get fined because you know they're going to try him. And that's the problem. They know athletes have to talk to them. So they're treating them any kind of way, hiding behind anonymous, waiting for the season to start so they can pounce. And now you have to talk to me. Now you have to do what I say. So here's what I propose. After this draft process, the way they have tried to emotionally abuse Shedeur Sanders because creating false narratives, trying to manipulate someone, trying to control someone, berating someone unjustly is emotional abuse. The NFL should remove the mandate that players have to give interviews to the hate-filled media. Since you can't figure out who anonymous is and the media can report it, restrict some of the media badges. Go with your tried and true media personalities and do not force athletes, NFL players, to give interviews. That's consequences. That'll change it. And then maybe they'll begin to respect the fact that they have access to the players rather than trying to break the confidence of the players and show the players who's really in control. So let's get ready for tonight's NFL draft. Of course, always let me know your thoughts. It's time for change where the media is concerned. There's a lot of YouTubers out here, been out here way before I've been podcasting. There are a lot of people who are more qualified and actually would do a better job and be respectful and grateful to have access to the players. All right, see y'all tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What She Said Sports for the live NFL Draft live stream. Peace. Please remember to like and subscribe to help my channel grow. See you tonight.